All right, this is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers, and this is the weekly ecom planning session. My passion is helping people on their e-commerce journey, helping them to get organized, get focused, get consistent with their business. If that's you, I'm here for you. You can definitely schedule a free 20-minute coaching session with me. Um, you go to ecomsellers.com, click on free resources, and schedule a free 20-minute coaching session. So today's topic is places to find products to sell. And we're going to go through the topic and then we will go through the daily econ planning checklist. So, with that, my screen. We're live on Clubhouse. We're also live in the e-commerce planning Facebook group. And you can, inside of the e-commerce planning Facebook group, you can definitely go and download the daily, the weekly, and the monthly ecom planning checklist so you can follow along after we go through today's topic of finding products to sell, where to find products to sell. And you can go to the files section and download the daily, the weekly, or the monthly PDFs, and then follow along afterwards. So let's go ahead and get into our topic for today: places to find products to sell. Sometimes that's a challenge for some people. They're just like, I don't even know where to go, where to find, where to get product ideas. How do you find them? What do you do? All of that stuff. So we're going to go through a couple of different places. One is, of course, your house. I think that's sometimes some of the easiest places to find stuff to sell. If you're putting it in your cart when you're going to the store, other people are probably putting it in their cart when they're going to the store. So that's one thing. Two, like go through your cabinets. You probably have other things that you could either scan using the Amazon buying app, even if you're not selling on Amazon, or scan using any of the other apps that you may have, and just see what you have in your cabinets, even if it's something that you didn't buy recently. Maybe it was something you bought 6 months ago or 3 months ago. Sometimes ideas can come to you that way. And then you have to remember where you got it from. Sometimes we have our favorite spices and sauces and marinades, and it's like, okay, where did I get this? I don't even remember where I got this from. So go through and kind of look in your cabinets and write down some ideas as they come to you, and think about stuff that's in your cabinets, maybe that you bought 3 months ago, 6 months ago, whatever. In addition to that, pay attention to trends or trend discovery sites. I always pay attention to trend articles and also regular publication articles, because sometimes that will give me insights into products, and trying to find products that people might be interested in or trends that are popping up. Next is looking at consumer trend publications or lifestyle publications. Again, like I've pulled up Good Housekeeping, and they normally have a list of, top 25 things to buy dad for Father's Day, or, top 75 things for kids to do over the summer. Like they'll come up with a list. And of course, that list is probably embedded or has a lot infested with lots of affiliate links. But again, it'll give you some ideas on products and products that you could be selling. Next is get inspired by industry leaders. Sometimes industry leaders, especially if you have a niche, like they will come out with information. I know that Google came out with these, not Google, Apple came out with glasses here recently. I know Google came out with their glasses, but they have these new. I don't even know what they are. I just remember seeing the image, so I probably need to go read the article. But my point is, sometimes that will give you some insight. If you don't, you can't sell the thing. Maybe you can sell a case for the thing, or maybe you can sell accessories for the thing, whatever it happens to be. So pay attention to that. Social curation sites, social forums, social groups. Definitely, Facebook groups are always helpful, and other social forums like Reddit and things like that. But also, of course, TikTok. TikTok is like so many products on there, so many products that people promote. Also, Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. So ideas can come to you from many different places. Next is B2B wholesale marketplaces. They will showcase products on their first page, things that they might be offering deals or sales for, or things that may be the hot item. Always look at that. That can give you some insight into products that you could be selling. Also, we know that the holidays and seasons and things like that, if you're a person that's selling popular, trendy, seasonal holiday, like they're going to show up in pay attention to the trends and the trendy sites as well. Um, You can go through online marketplaces. Again, whatever they're showing on the first page can give you some insight. And especially if those sites have like their top 10, top 100, top whatever, you can scroll through that and see if there's product ideas that pop into your mind that you could be sourcing and selling. So get inspiration from that, and don't overlook opportunities to sell complementary products or products that you can bundle with the product that's showing up, or look in their clearance as well and liquidation areas. Read on-site or third-party customer reviews. Again, that can give you some insight into potential products that you could be selling, especially if you got like a private label product or products that you want to potentially private label. Getting that, looking at those customer reviews can give you some insight into whatever the pain points or problems that need to be solved. You can you can come up with product ideas from there. Learn from your competitors. What are your competitors listing? Especially if you're in a niche. If you're not in a niche and you sell a variety of different products, then just looking at some of the other products that are out there. But learn from your competitors. That can also give you insight. If you have a private label product, what are the trends that may help you come up with product ideas? And then last but not least, and this is not by all means the entire list of things that you could potentially do to find products to sell, but look to the past, look at your historical data, trends, what you sold last year, what was popular this time last year. I always keep those articles that, maybe what article was out there for Father's Day last year, along with Father's Day this year. I look at those before and after the holiday has passed, because then I might come up with things that I want to source for next year. It can help me with ideas. And so I will put that on my calendar to start sourcing Father's Day products maybe in January or maybe in December. Taking advantage of any clearance or liquidation so that I could resell those products for Father's Day. So just look at the historical data. What were the sales? What were the things that were popular? There's different tools that are out there that you can use to help you with looking at some of the historical data, like Keepa and DataSpark and things like that, to look at the historical stats. So go look at that, and also look at your sales history if you've been selling for a long time. That can always reveal products that you could potentially be selling, or that you need to start thinking about sourcing and selling in the near future. So I hope this list is helpful. I hope you use this to make some decisions on products that you could be sourcing and selling. Share this out with a friend. Let somebody know about the daily ecom planning sessions. Definitely follow us on YouTube. We are on the eCom Minute and eCom Sellers Academy pages. So go to our channel for eCom Minute and also our channel for eCom Sellers Academy and subscribe. And with that, I invite you to turn up the dial on your e-commerce business and get laser focused. Go ahead and grab the 2023 Ecom Planner. It was created for sellers by sellers. You can go to myecomplanner.com right now to grab the 2023 Ecom Planner. Use it to help you in your e-commerce business. Use it to help you to make money in 2023. So grab the My Ecom Planner today. It is the ultimate e-commerce planner. It was created for sellers by sellers. And you can schedule that free 20-minute coaching session by going to ecomsellers.com, clicking on free resources to schedule your free 20-minute coaching session anytime you're ready. And if you need some support on your journey, I invite you to join eCom Sellers Academy. It is terribly affordable. And you will get live weekly trainings. You'll get 10 arbitrage leads every single week, 10 wholesale leads or wholesale supplier leads every single week. And they're sent out every Friday. So go join ecomsellersacademy.com. You'll also gain access to our membership site that has over 200 training videos. So go to ecomsellersacademy.com. So with that, we're ready to go ahead and go over the weekly ecom planning checklist. If you didn't already do so, go and grab a notebook, download the checklist if you didn't already download it, and let's get ready to go through it. If you want to continue the conversation, you can continue the conversation with us on Clubhouse by going to the eCom Sellers house to continue the conversation. All right. So let's get into it. So the weekly ecom planning checklist is designed to help you to set yourself up for success in the week to come. And that's always important. You want to be as productive as possible, and you want to make as many intentional decisions as possible. So this is designed to help you to do that. Now, if you're a person that's already organized and you've already got a structure to everything that you do, Then going through this weekly ecom planning checklist you may not need to do everything that's on here, because if you've already got an established system that is really, really working for you, or you are very, very organized already, then you may just need to come up with your top 5 things or top 10 things that you want to knock out next week, things that you want to incorporate into your schedule. So if you've got an established routine that's working and serving you well, then go with that. But if you feel like at the end of the day and at the end of the week, you're always trying to figure out, well, what did I get done this week? And what did I do this week? Then you probably want to build out a more detailed schedule. And this is what the weekly econ planning session is for. For those people that sort of can't figure out what they did for the day, let alone the week, the day gets away from them. And at the end of the day, they're like, well, what did I even get done today? Then this is for you. All right. So I believe strongly that incremental improvements implemented over time can reshape the future of your business. Some of the things that I'm going to suggest, you're going to implement them over time with consistency. And some of the things you'll be able to implement like right now. And so sometimes it's a gradual implementation, because you need to do one thing and then you need to get the repetition going for that one thing for a little bit. And then you can implement the other things. So we're going to do 2 things. One, we're going to build the template, then we're going to build our schedule. If you don't have a template, this is for you. If you already have a template, you can move straight to building your schedule. To build the template, we're going to do a brain dump. So you can do this brain dump in a Google Sheet, or you can do it in a notebook. Either one of those works. But we're going to write down some things in this template. The first thing we're going to do is on sheet 1 or in a Google Sheet, you're going to write down things that you already do, and when you do them and what time. So if there are things that you already have established routines around, like creating your listings or doing product research, or maybe some stuff with your kids, then write down things that you already do. Like if you already go to church every Sunday at 9 a.m., then write that down. That's something you already do, especially if it's already serving your life and your business well. Because we're going to come at this from not only from a business perspective, but also from a life perspective, trying to help you to regain control of where you're wasting time or blowing time, because time is so finite and life is terribly short, terribly, terribly short. So we got to stop wasting time on things that don't matter, and things that are not bringing value to our lives are going to help our family long after we're gone. So we're trying to regain that focus. So you're going to write down things that you already do on sheet 1 of your notebook, or sheet 1 of your Google Sheet if you're using Google Sheets. And you're going to have 3 columns. What is the thing that you already do? And you're going to go straight down on that list, straight down that column. And then which day do you normally do it, and what time do you normally do it? That's column 2 and column 3. So write that down. We're just doing a brain dump. If you're struggling, I'm going to give you some ideas and you can start filling that in later. Then the next one is, what are the things you feel like you need or must do in your life and in your business? Maybe there's some routines that you feel like you really need to establish and you haven't really established them. And so we're going to write down the things that we need and must do in our life on sheet 2 or page 2. And we're going to leave the columns for which day of the week and the time blank. Because again, we're just building a template. That's all we're doing today. And we're going to take that template and fill in the what later. Okay. The actual detailed what. The next one is, what are the things you feel like you should or want to be doing in your business? What are those things that you feel like you should or want to be doing every single week in your life and also in your business? Maybe it's getting out and going for a walk. Maybe it's increasing the amount of water that you drink. Maybe it is, learning something new every single week. Maybe it is creating listings. Maybe you create listings randomly and haphazardly, and you want to get more consistent and focused about that. So we're going to write down the want and we should every single week. And then from there, as I said before, we're not just going to talk about our business. We're going to think about those things. Maybe there's some things you want or should be doing, or you need or must be doing from a spiritual perspective in your life or in your business. From a personal perspective, maybe you want to connect with your mom or your sister more regularly. So I really want to call my mom every once a week instead of once a month or something like that. Or maybe you want to get together with your girlfriends or other sellers in the community, go to a meetup once a month, things like that. Financial, what are the things that you want or should be doing or need or must be doing in your business or your life from a financial standpoint? So maybe you're not creating a business for your house, and you're not creating a creating a budget for your business. So you probably need to create a budget for both if you're not doing that. Health and fitness. Again, I mentioned going for a walk, drinking more water, eating healthy. So maybe you want to make sure you eat a salad every day for the next 30 days or something like that. So write down the things that you feel like you either should or want or need or must do. And you're putting those on those specific sheets because we're going to make some decisions about those later. And then family and household. So some of the things that I write down is like we cook every Saturday after church. We cook for the week because I don't like to be in the kitchen all week long. I can't stand it. So I don't want to cook in the kitchen all week long. So that's the reason why we do the whole cook for the week. Makes life a whole lot easier. Cleaning up the house, or maybe it's going grocery shopping. Like, what are the things that you feel like from a family and a household standpoint? Maybe you have little Billy soccer games every Saturday. Maybe you want to get to the gym once a week. Like, whatever it happens to be. We're going to put those on one of those three sheets. Okay. So here's some other things that you could be thinking about when it comes to your business. So I'm going to give you some ideas. This is not by any stretch of the imagination the complete list, but hopefully it'll jog your memory on which one of these sheets you want to put it on. Does it go on things I already do? Does it go on things that I really need or must do? It's not part of the lifeblood of my business. Or are there things that I really want or should be doing? I'm doing it randomly and I really want to get more consistent about it. So I want to put it on the want or should do. So sourcing related activities, really looking at things from a 4 to 20 week, in advance kind of perspective. What are those things that I really should be sourcing way in advance instead of trying to source it 2 weeks or 6 weeks before, whatever's coming up. Upcoming holidays, events, seasonal, that kind of stuff. Replenishables and consumables. Do you feel like you really need to start sourcing more replenishables and consumables? Put it on the list. Which page does it go on? Wholesale and drop shipping opportunities. Again, if you're a wholesaler or drop shipper, like looking at that, or maybe you want to get into wholesale and drop shipping. Like, I don't know, but you know whether or not this applies to you or not, and which sheet this should go on. And then private label and white label opportunities. Again, going out there and doing that reconnaissance, that research to be able to take advantage of those. Next, we have research. So there's product research, listing research, keyword research. Are you already doing these things? Fantastic. If you are, which days and times are you doing it? If you're not, then it's probably part of your lifeblood of your business. And it's one of those things that if you do it right, it can generate income. So it should definitely be on the need or must do. I mean, you really must do that. And, keyword research is going to help you to get more or get your listings to come up more organically. That's really a big deal. Listing research, what are the titles and descriptions that I need to include in my listings? That kind of stuff. So are you already doing this? You need or must do this, or you want or should do this. I do it, but I do it randomly. Next is listing activity. So creating that title, listing the images, renaming the images, setting your prices, cross-listing, listing it on other channels, or creating a video product listing. Again, are you doing any of this, or you're not doing any of it? Like, which ones? Where does it go? So write it down. Hopefully this is going to jog that memory of yours. Shipping related activity. So you could be sending your stuff into FBA or WFS. Maybe you're sending it to a different fulfillment center or a 3PL, or maybe you're fulfilling the orders yourself. Do you have dedicated time to be able to do that every single day? Or do you just kind of like, when a sale comes in, I'll figure it out. Confirming your shipments if you've got, like, maybe you're doing drop shipping or you're doing print on demand, and so somebody else is fulfilling it, or you're using a fulfillment center and you just want to make sure the shipment's going out. Are you going out there and auditing that and making sure that the shipments have gone out or not? That really matters when it comes to your business. So where does it fall? Administrative tasks. So typically there's a lot of administrative tasks that happens either at the beginning of the month or the end of the month, sort of that reconciliation period. And are you doing any of the reconciliation? Or are you just like hem-hawing around and like, oh, I'll figure it out at the end of the year? Nah, probably shouldn't do that. I mean, especially if you're running a business. So, running your platform reports, filing your taxes, doing your bank reconciliation, inventory reconciliation, account reconciliation, like all of that, you should be doing that. Balancing your budget, tracking your expenses, gathering those receipts, scanning those receipts in, that kind of stuff. Checking for expiration dates, ordering inventory, all of these things, auditing your inventory, creating standard operating procedures so that someday, hopefully, you'll be able to sell your business. So do you have operating procedures in place so that if somebody buys your business, if you scale it enough, that they can rock and roll? And are you keeping your accounting up to date? So reviewing your stats, analyzing your data, adjusting your prices, these again are not the entire list of activities, but it hopefully will jog your thoughts and your memory and maybe some ideas in your brain. It's like, oh, I really should be doing some of this, or I do it, but I don't do it as often, or whatever. So think about it. Customer service related activities, handling questions, returns, refunds, looking at reviews. Do you do that? Do you not do it? Do you outsource that to a VA? Like, is it happening right now in your business? It's not happening at all. Education. What do you need to do better? What do you want to understand better? What skills do you want to learn or develop? What knowledge do you want to gain? So again, going through that, um, are you setting aside dedicated time, at least 30 minutes to 1 hour every single week? Not more than that, just 30 minutes to 1 hour to learn something new or to get better at something. Because again, you should be spending a significant amount of your time in your business. When you're first getting started, maybe you'll spend an hour to an hour and a half, but try not to make it more than that, because learning stuff is important, but it's all about the hands on. Like, you could sit there and you can watch as many videos as possible about learning how to fly a plane or learning how to ride a horse. And you can go through the videos, but until you have that hands on experience, none of that matters. Like, learning how to ride a horse doesn't matter until you actually get on the horse. Then your brain, along with the knowledge that you've gained, will work together and adjust your body to make it work for you. Otherwise, it's just crap. Or learning how to ride a bicycle. Like, you can watch as many videos as possible until you get on the bike and you engage the body in the activity. None of it is irrelevant. Okay. So, sitting there and binge watching training is not going to help you. I'm just telling you right now. You have to apply what you learned in order for it to stick and in order for you to really gain the knowledge. All right. Also, another example, I just love this one, is exercise videos. Okay. You can watch all the exercise videos all you want to. But if you don't get up and start moving, it doesn't matter. You haven't learned anything, nothing has been applied. All right. That's all I'm saying. And then next, marketing and traffic related activities. So in your business, are there things that you're doing or not doing? Running your listings through Pingler or Ping Farm, sharing it on social media or in blogs, doing paid ads if you are running paid ads, campaigns, deals, sales, offers, promotions. Are you creating any marketing for your email marketing for your business or for your store, or for your products, video marketing for your store, optimizing your listings, engaging influencers? Are you doing any of it, or you're not doing any of it at all? So you need to think about these things when it comes to your business. Which sheet of your weekly planning does this go on? Is this an activity you're doing? You're not doing it? I want you to think about that. Then the next is, after you go through this brain dump, and you're going to have to go back and re-listen to this so you can figure out if you got everything or not. But you're going to start organizing this brain dump a little bit. You're going to go in for the things that you said you already do, and these are things that are serving you well in your life and your business. Those things you're going to keep on one sheet. The things that are related to the category or need or must. These are blood activities for your business, or things that you really feel like are going to simplify your life and reduce your stress significantly. That need or must um, sheet, then you're going to come in there and you're going to start filling in maybe some potential days in which you can do these things and which times might work best for you based on your availability. Okay. And and then things that you should or want to do, these are things that you're doing randomly. You really want to be more consistent about it. Again, you're going to start filling in a few random days and times that might work best for those related activities. Sometimes putting in a time is too much for people and they don't really want to micromanage their time that way. So maybe they just say, you know what, my goal is to do this in the mornings, Monday through Friday in the mornings, and that's fine. Or I'm going to do it in the afternoons, or I'm going to do it in the evenings. That's fine as well. So you could say, hey, I want to do this on the weekdays and I want to do this on the weekends. Again, sometimes nailing people down to a specific day and time is too stressful for people. So if you're one of those people, then you can make it a little broader, but put it on the list, okay, if you need to. And some of the things that you write down are going to become what I refer to as mini habits or mini goals. These are things that you have to gradually improve over time, and you're going to start off slow. I'm going to give you an example. One of them might be walking every single day. So walking every single day, Right now, maybe you are not doing it at all. So you want to get to the place where you walk a mile every single day. What you might do is for the week one, maybe you're going to go outside and you're going to walk for 10 minutes and that's it. You're just going to walk 10 minutes, or you're going to walk a half a mile, and you're going to do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just so you can start building the habit of consistency. Then maybe week two, you add an extra day in there and you increase it by 5 minutes. And then week three, you add an extra day in there and you increase it by 5 minutes. And before you know it, over time, finally got to your goal. Your goal in game was 1 mile 5 days a week, or 1 mile 6 days a week. And you've gradually gotten there over time by increasing the number of days and also increasing the amount of time that you do the activity. So, what are the things that you want to in your life or in your business that you feel like this needs to be a mini habit or a mini goal? Another example would be creating product listings. Maybe right now you're randomly creating listings and you feel like I need to do this a little more consistently. So, what you're probably doing, maybe doing, I have no idea, is maybe what you're going to do is for your listings, um, trying to figure out what's going on with my phone. So maybe what you need to do for your listings is you want to get to 10 listings a day, 5 days a week. Okay. So if you want to get to 10 listings a day, 5 days a week, and right now you're not even doing one. So let's get you to one. Let's make it a goal to create 2 listings every single day, 5 days a week. And then maybe 2 weeks later, that's for week one. Week two, we go up to 4 listings, okay, every single day for 5 days. And then we get up to 6 listings. So it's a gradual progression to get to that target goal of 10. That is what is a mini habit or a mini goal. So, what is it in your life that you feel like I'm not going to be able to wake up tomorrow and do this every single day at the rate that I want to do it? So, I'm going to have to stair step this baby. Write that down. Those are the ones that you definitely want to make sure that this is a stair step and this is not a stair step. This is something I can do, and this is something I'm going to have to gradually increase over time. Then the next one is habit stacking, or I love to call it routines. I think it makes more sense to call it routines. So, an example of this is maybe a morning routine. It's in the school year when my kids are going to school. We have this whole morning routine and we have an evening routine where there are things that, because it's part of the morning routine, it makes sense to kind of group certain things together. So, I'm going to give you the example of if your kids are like our nighttime routine. An example would be at night before they go to bed, they got to lay out their clothes. They got to put all their stuff in their backpack for school, and they also need to fix their lunch for tomorrow. Well, that's like things that are happening in different places and spaces in the house. So, in order to make that flow a little bit better, what I have my kids do is go downstairs, and I want you to fix your lunch for tomorrow, and I want you to make sure you kind of group your stuff together for breakfast as well while you're in the kitchen. On your way back upstairs, I want you to grab all of your schoolwork, all of your shoes, all your backpack, all of that stuff, and pull it together. And when you go into the bedroom to put all of that stuff together, because kids, they love to spread out. They like space. Okay. Kids love space. Then we're going to go ahead and next we're going to, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our clothes for tomorrow when we go into the bedroom. So it's that gradual progression of let's reverse engineer this. We just get the lunch done, get the breakfast pulled together, get all the stuff pulled together, put it in the room. So that way, when we wake up and when we get our clothes together, when we wake up in the morning, our clothes are already together. We can just grab our clothes, put them on, put our backpack on, go downstairs, get our lunch, and we're ready to go. So it makes life a whole lot easier and things go a lot faster. Okay. I think I lost sound somewhere in the middle of there. So on Clubhouse, somehow I lost sound. But anyway, and then the next one is a checklist. So creating a checklist for some activities and assigning time blocks for some people. Time blocks is too much, as I said before. So if it's easier for you to create a checklist, this is the things that I want to get done on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, then just create a checklist of things that you're going to get done. Some of your goals that you're going to establish are going to be SMART goals, and some of them are not. SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, relevant or realistic, timely, and time bound. Again, I'll go back to listings as a perfect example of that. So a SMART goal for listings would be I want to create 50 listings a week. So 50 listings a week, breaking that down might be 10 listings a day, 10 listings a day. I can track that. And It's specific, it's measurable. I can measure whether or not I'm doing 10 listings a week. It's achievable or attainable. I can achieve that, especially if I set it up as a mini goal or mini habit. It's realistic or relevant, and it's timely or time bound. I'm tracking my time over a week. Okay. So those are goals, some of your goals that you're going to write down, things that you said that are um, things that you already do, things that you need or must do, and things that you want or should do are going to fall into some of those categories. All right. Now we're going to take all of that information and we're going to use that as sort of our template and our guide that we're going to follow for the next week. We're going to fill in the specifics. Now we're going to get to the what. So if you said that you need to create a listing every single day, the question is next week, what listings do you want to create? You said that you're going to source Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then it becomes next week, what am I sourcing Monday, Wednesday, Friday? You said that you want to do product research Tuesdays and Thursdays. Then it becomes what type of product research am I doing Tuesdays and Thursdays? So here's some examples. Since I normally do seasonal, trendy, popular holiday, and I love to do bundles, I know that 4th of July is coming up, Father's Day is coming up, back to school is coming up, Labor Day is coming up, Halloween is coming up. So an example of sourcing stuff might be this month, June, I might source for Halloween. It's in advance. I can start sourcing now. And I don't have to create those listings. Maybe I start creating those listings, draft versions of those listings in, September. I don't have to hurry or October or August. If I'm doing print on demand, again, I can start doing my product research now if I wanted to, so that way I can start creating those listings. And I'll say when I'm going to create those listings. I can create those later. For next week, the type of listings that I feel like need to be live is back to school supplies. Believe it or not. I'm in June and back to school supplies need to be live. Why? Because you have college students that are going to be going back to school in July, the end of July. Some schools are going to start at the end of July, beginning of August. And so believe it or not, back to school, you're going to have to get those listings up because people are actually going to start buying back to school supplies. So those are examples of things that you need to indicate the what and be as specific as possible. If you have a time block for listing, what are you listing? If you have a time block for sourcing, what are you sourcing? If you have a time block for product research, what type of product research are you doing? If you have a time block for learning something new, what is it that you're going to focus on next week that you're going to learn that's new? And again, we're not spending the entire week learning something. We're going to learn one thing. And I want to encourage you that when you put down a learning activity, put it like on a Sunday so that way, if you learn something, whatever it is, whether it's optimizing a listing, whether it is sourcing, or something, then, or how to create ads or whatever, that it's something that you can apply the entire week. So whatever you learned on Sunday, you can apply it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That reinforces whatever it is that you learned. So your goal is to reinforce what you learned. That's the goal. That's the objective. Reinforce what you learned. Okay. And so put that learning activity at the beginning of the week so that way it can be applied throughout the week. That way you hold it or you retain it longer. The other things that I want you to include in your schedule for next week is make sure that you're also including, some administrative tasks that you probably have that you need to focus on, and you include your personal related stuff. So don't just make it a schedule around your business. In your brain dump and you were organizing when you do what, you probably have some time blocks for cleaning the house or doing the laundry or going grocery shopping or whatever it happens to be. So you need to make sure that those time blocks, you're indicating what it is you're going to focus on next week. If you're exercising, maybe next week is arms and the following week is legs, or next week is cardio, like what you're doing. Or maybe next week is a combination of arms and legs. And so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm doing arms, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm doing legs, or whatever. You just figure it out. But make sure that you're keeping track of the specifics of your schedule. That's using the template to build the actual schedule. And last but not least, don't forget to look at your online calendar. Your online calendar of things that you put down, whether it's doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, go make your adjustments for those things by looking at your online calendar so you don't overlook those and you don't forget them. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this helps you to build a more effective schedule for next week, and it's a more productive schedule for you. So my name is Nicole Whitlock, and my passion is helping people on their e-commerce journey, helping them to get organized, get focused, get consistent in their business. If that's you, I am here for you. You can schedule a free 20-minute coaching session by going to ecomsellers.com, clicking on free resources to schedule your free 20-minute coaching session. You can also join eCom Sellers Academy if you need some support on your e-commerce journey. I am happy to help you. And if you haven't already done so, go grab them a ecom planner. It was created for sellers by sellers, and you can still get the PDF of the 2023 ecom planner at a discounted rate. So with that, I hope you have an amazingly blessed, extremely focused, and highly profitable day. And we're going to say goodbye for now. You can continue the conversation on Clubhouse, and I'll see you all later. Bye, y'all.